Hi everyone, this is my week 13 video. We're getting so close to the end. I'm going to work on my evaluation with my supervisor this week, so I'm really excited to get that out of the way. And I completed my ethics presentation, which went really well. I was a little bit nervous. I don't really like to present, but it was a pretty small group, and I was prepared with a PowerPoint, and I'd done a lot of research and preparation for it, so I felt a little bit more comfortable than usual, but certainly presenting is not my favorite thing to do. Things are going pretty well at the school. One interesting thing that kind of happened was I had talked back in January about one of the girls that I see on my caseload had just up and moved to Alabama, and her mom just withdrew her from the school suddenly without much warning. And she actually called the office this week and to tell me that she's having trouble at the new school in Alabama and that she's going to be coming back to the middle school at some point in April. So I'll probably get to see her before my time there is done. So I thought that was a little bit interesting. Something else that happened this week that was pretty crazy and I definitely wanted to talk about in the video was I had a difficult case with a boy. His name is Skylar, and he came in last Thursday, and had requested to talk to my supervisor. He'd never been in counseling, and he just kind of sought us out and said he wanted to talk about some things that were going on. He had said some pretty disturbing things, in my opinion, about having these thoughts about killing people, and he has like detailed plans of how he would like to kill people, and he didn't have a particular person that he wanted to kill, but he says that he has these thoughts and he wants to know why he has these thoughts, and they've been going on for a long time. He seemed a little, in my opinion, I thought he kind of seemed like maybe he could have Asperger's. He was a little, had some weird social skills, used some sophisticated language. He was really smart, but didn't really make eye contact. And he had a history of headbanging when he was younger, which I looked up and actually is a trait of, or a symptom of Asperger's. So I thought that was pretty interesting. My supervisor disagreed with me, but that's my opinion. So I told her, this kid kind of rubs me the wrong way. I have a bad gut feeling. The things that he's saying is kind of uncomfortable to me. And, in my time in the emergency room, if he had come in and said these things to me when I was interning as a crisis worker, I probably would have him admitted. And she really downplayed the whole thing and said it's really normal for kids to have those kind of thoughts, and all kids think like that, and he's just overthinking it. And I said, I don't know, I just don't really feel comfortable. And she kind of said I was overreacting. So Friday, he came in to see me. My supervisor was busy at that point, so she wasn't in the room. And he began talking about the same kind of things, but he said, I quoted something that he said, that he feels he's not emotionally well, and he thinks he may act on these thoughts that he has, and he's scared that it's going to happen eventually, and he doesn't know when. And while he didn't have a specific plan or person, he's saying anything could make him mad. He pictures throwing people down the stairs, choking them till they stop breathing, and even more alarming, the thoughts don't scare this child. I was really concerned, and I called my supervisor over, and she still felt that I was overreacting and that he didn't freak her out. And I'd called his mom, and she really downplayed the whole thing, and she was angry that he never talked to her, and I just didn't feel right about it. And I said, I don't feel comfortable with this. And it was hard to kind of stick up for myself, but I said, I don't feel comfortable with this and what he's saying. And, while he won't do anything, we hear about all of these mass shootings and school shootings, especially where there were warning signs and people didn't take them seriously. And I just have this horrible feeling like I don't feel comfortable with this. So she had him assessed by the clinician in the school-based health center, who agreed with me, fortunately, and sent him to the emergency room. So I'm not sure what ended up happening, but I was pretty proud of myself that I advocated for this and that somebody else agreed with me. And, it was kind of hard to have my supervisor say that she didn't think it was a big deal, and to really just kind of stress, like, no, I really feel uncomfortable. So that was kind of like a proud moment for me to really advocate for what I thought was right for the client, and, keep pushing for what I thought needed to be done. So I don't know if he was admitted. I'm not sure, because this was Friday, but I'll find out tomorrow, hopefully, and see what happened. Because, this kid literally is seeking help and saying he doesn't feel like he can stay safe. And I just think that I did the right thing. So, I guess I just kind of wanted to, oh, and my supervisor at the end, praised me and said, good call. I didn't realize how serious it was, or I don't know. So, just want to see if you guys think I did the right thing, and also if anybody else had a situation like that where you kind of had to like go against your supervisor, or you guys had differing opinions. Hope everyone has a good week, and I can't wait for your feedback. Thanks.